Hi guys, welcome to bekibtarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant, energy reader. So hello. Sorry I've been off radar. Like I said in another video, I've got so much stuff going on right now. But I wanted to just do a quick twin flame reading because I did a collective one. So let me just do a quick twin flame and then I need to get out the door. So let's cleanse and tap into that twin flame energy. I just heard mask. So someone is masking themselves or their feelings. I just heard masking that they're a traitor. The fuck? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's not good. Okay, let me just see what the fuck they're trying to show me because it's pretty hardcore. It's quite intense, I'm not gonna lie. They're screaming traitor, like there's a masculine energy here that I don't know what he's done. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this could be present, this could be past, this could be just take it wherever it fits. I wasn't expecting this, so it's quite full on. I was just gonna like do thingy, but this is like strong energy. Like it's making me feel weird, like in the pit of my stomach. There's a feminine that is screaming like, I also just heard screaming bloody murder, but screaming traitor at this masculine energy. And then it almost looks like a bit of sage, like this. Yeah, that's like proper lit though. There's like a proper flame coming off of it. And she's aiming it at him. And then she rams it in his third eye. And that like sets a light here. But it burns. Like it's burning. Now I can hear burning treasure. Let me just keep rolling. So it's really powerful. This is a feminine's higher self I'm seeing. She is circling someone's 3D masculine. It's making my heart tremble. Like, is that even a thing in your heart? That's how my heart feels. There is a feminine's higher self that is literally circling a 3D, like not the height, like the 3D form of their masculine, and she is fucking human. I don't know what he has done, but listen, it's quite common that they well, that you know, the contracts get broken. Like it's like people think the twin flame journey is just about being with your masculine. Well, it's not really. It's actually not. It's about doing the work and leveling up for yourself, especially with that feminine energy. Like it's really about mastering yourself and growing and leveling up and not wanting someone that hurts you. Yeah. But he's done something or did something, like whenever this was, but yeah, like I said, they tend to break the contract a lot, the masculines, because the feminine kind of awakens first, and the contract can get broken. But this feels like she is so angry, this higher self, that it feels so much more deeper than that. Like it's so much more deeper than just, oh, he broke the contract and didn't return, or he broke the contract and didn't show up in the way that he was supposed to. I don't know. So that's sorry, I'm just like fumbling because it's really like, I wish you guys could just feel the energy that I'm feeling, and when I can see her circling him like this, it's just got so much power. I just can't, it's power that's just not of this realm. As she circles him and circles him, it's like she's devouring his life because of whatever he did, she's like, I'm gonna fucking ruin your 3D life. Like, you don't get to do that. I can hear the scream of Traitor is like so loud. It's like echoing around a dark room every time she screams it. And it's not high pitched. She's not like Traitor. It's like Traitor. So much anger. So much like pain. But power behind it. Okay, so after this, she's still circling him. She's burned. So, you know when I said she burns like into his third eye, and then I see, I don't know if you've seen them, like people have them cakes now where they're like, it's like rice paper and they write on it, and then they set it alight, and obviously the paper then like just burns away. Like I'm seeing her burning the third eye on him. And then the paper, and it says, it's like I love you in black writing, and then she sets it alight and it obviously just burns into nothing. This paper, the paper was like white transparent, and the writing was like thingy, like posh thingy writing in black. Oh my god, she's gonna make this masculine pay bad in the 3D. And she is so powerful, whoever this feminine's higher self is. Like, this isn't just a like, oh, like, listen, you broke the contract. Like, this is another level. I don't know who this, like, feminine is, but, like, she must have, because this is her higher self that I'm seeing. I'm not seeing her in the 3D. It's her higher self. So this feels like someone that is, like, you know, she's lived a lot of lifetimes. She's quite up there. Like, she's not just, you know, one of the younger ones that's learning. She's up there. She has enough power and control, and she has enough rights to be doing certain things and certain factors, because she screams and she burns. I feel like the paper that burns away, that says I love you, I think how I feel, it's not what I see, but I feel like what she's going to do is remove the love that her 3D has for him. And that's like going to be the punishment. That's how it feels. That's what I'm seeing. That's just how it feels. Like, that's what I'm getting off that I love you that's burning away. She's just like, no. I mean, and that's just like one factor that she's going to be doing. Like, one thing. That's not like her revenge, if you like. I don't know if revenge is the right word, because normally on the, like, with the other side, there's no such thing as like jealousy really and stuff. Like, it's different when you're kind of like up on the like higher dimension. You have universal understanding, so the things that are here in the human realm, but this is like so deep and so bad that she ain't playing. So after she circles and she burns, and then I see that paper that burns, she calls upon his guides. Now she's calling them like, because this is what I mean, like, she's not just a spirit guide. This is not just someone's like she's really up there. It's like, you know, she agreed to come down and do some stuff. She's done many lifetimes. She's really earned her badges. She's a very powerful feminine energy. But she was like, no, I'm going to come down. She will be heavily, heavily guided, like divinely guided and protected in the 3D. She would have been allowed the lessons and the things that she wanted to learn. That was it. Like, she can't get swung a detour. She's too protected. So if anything that's off of the blueprint tries to come at her, that she's way too protected. Like, that's not gonna, it's like literally not gonna happen, because she's so hierarchy. Okay. So she calls these guides in, but they're like lower than her. I can see it. She's like calls them in, and they like scuffle in, and they've got like a note, like a clipboard, sorry, with paper on and a pen, and she's telling them what's going to happen now. And they're like, okay, they're being told like by their teacher what they have to do. And she's like, and then this. She's also pretty fuming with them, because she feels like they've failed a couple of hurdles that needed to be handled, that wasn't. So they're a bit like in the doghouse, a bit like, okay, yes boss, yes boss. That's how it feels. So she's telling them what's going to be happening, and this, and they're writing down, and she's circling him, and circling him, and circling this masculine. Now, this masculine is literally a shell of a person. Now, I don't know if something's happened, or that now that this feminine is doing what she's doing, if now he's a shell, or he is so disconnected to himself that he just is numb. I'm not sure, because it has that a bit numb feeling, like when I connect to him, he's just face down staring. He's almost dead looking, like there's just nothing happening internally. So I don't know if it was like he was supposed to kind of wake up, and or there was something, I don't know what it is he was supposed to have done or do, or, but he's just like, that's it, like there's just nothing. So she's telling the guides, I don't know if, I don't even want to say it, like, this is so mental. So, you know, I said it, so I said dead, but actually what it looks like is a robot that's been switched off. Yeah, I think she's switching him off. Like he just doesn't, like, listen, everybody has a right, and you're all there for human experiences, and there'll be stuff that he will continue and whatever, but I don't know what it was that was so big. Like, we're not talking, oh, there was some karma that needed to be cleared. There's something big, really, really big, that he did that was serious level of betrayal or whatever, because we have traitor, or did he, like, literally full blown go against the divine? I don't know. But yeah, she's like switching him off, if that makes sense. He looks pretty numb anyway, but I see the back of, like, you know when you get kids' toys, like dolls that talk or whatever, and then you pull the Velcro bit, don't you, and there's a switch. It's like that, but it's like on the back, and it's a little bit bigger. She's turning it off. So is that the whole, like, I've never known this to happen or seen this, like, around me, but I have heard that if you know, if you can, like, say you're someone that goes so far into the dark, and I don't mean the darkness of depression, I mean the dark of pure evil, yeah, and that wasn't in your contract, because I don't even want to get started, but some things on pure evil on this realm are actually, you have to do that, and then you experience the other side of it. It's a whole complex I'm not willing to go into, but this feels like freely going into the dark and being pulled and staying there and choosing to do things that are really dark, and it's so traitorful that this masculine's being disconnected from his, like, higher self thingy. Now he still will have guides, because these guides are taking notes, but he's being, like, there's a switch that's being turned off, like, that's what I see. It feels like he's being, like, that switch is being off, like he's not going to have access. So how that will play out in the 3D is he will not be able to level up. He'll just stay in his shadows and darkness. This is what he's picked, whatever. That's wholeheartedly. And it's not even just, like, people can pick it and then they can find, you know, God, Jesus, the light, ascend later. But this is different. There's something that's so bad that it's like you get to just live this lifetime only on that level. You won't be allowed. Now, you won't be allowed to transition, ascend, have that growth, raise that vibration onto the next dimension, onto that level playing field. You're staying here in the darkness. You're staying here in the pits of the darkness, which is what you chose. Like I said, we're not talking small things here. There's a big, for some of you, what's coming through, I don't know if, what's coming through is, I don't know if this masculine has had a child with their feminine or something, and there might be, you know, negative bloodlines that come through from the masculine, like toxic and maybe even abuse through the bloodline, like, of the masculine. But the feminine was carrying, like, yes, karma and whatever, but the feminine has been breaking ancestral karmas and doing her work. I actually think the traitor thing is not even so much as in it's the child. For those that have the child, like, for those of you, like, just take it out, resonates. Oh, the dog's back. She was doing this in my last video. It's, if this is just going to resonate for those that, if this masculine has a child with the feminine, it's something to do, that's what the traitor is. So what did they do to the child? I don't know, like, is it abandoned, but like betrayed their child? Like, what the fuck? Obviously this is just going to play out like differently for everyone, but I'm just here telling you what I see and feel. But for, like, just take it out as resonates, but for some of you, if this is a twin flame, and if the feminine has had a child with the masculine, it's something they've done that's a traitor against the child, and that's why he's being switched off. I'm also seeing for some it could be that the divine feminine was pregnant and carrying a child, and he caused her to lose it. That's coming in. So it's the child for some people, yeah. So some have had the child, and this masculine's betrayed, like, the child in whatever way that shows. Others, divine feminine was pregnant, this masculine caused the loss of the child in whatever way that, listen, you can cause a loss of a child energetically if your energy is so bad towards that feminine that's carrying your child. If you are so bad, like, if the energy is so dark towards the feminine, you're doing stuff that's so negative, it can, like, if you understand the world of energy, please excuse my dog, if you understand the world of energy, if you have a divine masculine and feminine, and the feminine is pregnant with a child, and the masculine is cheating, lying and betraying, that energy can cause the baby to be lost. It can. So it could be a bit of this here, or you know, the feminine found out things and it caused her to lose the child. That's a big factor. Like I said, she found out what he's doing, or he said something. But there's, like, it obviously it's not gonna be everyone. Every divine feminine here is gonna have had a child with their masculine, but for a lot, there's a betrayal. Who's been a traitor towards the child, and that's why she's so fuming. And that's why he's being turned off, disconnected from that side of things. He's not going to be allowed to receive what kind of he was supposed to be receiving on the level up and stuff. What else? Yeah, she switches him off and she pushes him, and he's literally like a robot, and he falls to the floor, and his guides drag him out, and she's like, no. So yeah, man, that is not what I was expecting. Like, do I pull some cards? I don't even know. That was just so wild and unexpected. What the fuck? Okay, spirit, they want these ones. Okay, show me divine feminine over here, please. Right, feminine energy. She's actually, the feminine has really struggled with holding on to the past, but she is ascending. She really is. She's ascending, and she she's moving away from all that she's known. Like, it's the best way to describe it. She's receiving her guidance. She's received also some kind of uplift recently. So, I don't know. It's a gift. It's a little bit of a something from her higher self and the divine to help kind of put her up. And she's received that, or she's about to. But she has been struggling because she's been holding on to the connection, but she is letting go, but she's been fighting herself to let this go. By winter, her oh no, so there may have been a bit of like a standstill with finances and material world, but that's just why she was grieving this connection. So she's so powerful. When she was suffering in this grief, everything was at standstill, and she was unable to create for herself because she was just stuck in so much pain. But she definitely is coming out of that now. Like, she's creating unions, like she's pulling in soulmates, she's pulling in love in all aspects, and pulling in joy. Like, joy is what I hear. Like, joy, joy, joy. She's finally getting some happiness that's well deserved here. Divine masculine. Yeah, had her, look, he put her here, stuck. Also, she realises that her divine masculine plays victim, and she don't want to be tied to that, because you can't do anything with that. Oh, fuck. I just pulled off and fucking lashed that. Alright, masculine side. Okay, so we have self-worth, fall, and family. It's interesting. Observe, devotion. So, I'm actually getting from the self-worth card, confidence. This masculine's confidence is about to fall, and fall hard, or is already falling. For those of them that have children with their feminine, they're going to have to watch another masculine be devoted to their own children. They're going to have to watch and observe how the feminine will be in a loving, devoted relationship, and that's what they could have had. But their pride and ego was in their way. Their pride and ego just watched the feminine walk away. Yeah, like, this masculine was just unaware of what he was being, that the feminine was the light, like, he was being guided towards the light, but he chose his ego and be mute, not to communicate, not to be honest, not to be vulnerable, not to take action. I still don't know what the traitor is. Communication. The Fool. I also get that this masculine may have played games with, like, and he thought that he still had an open route to the feminine, but if he hasn't realised yet, he's soon to find out that that route's now been removed, and he has just, like, no way of, like, no route to actually move towards the feminine or contact her. He's contemplating an offer, but the offer comes from a dark place, and it comes from a place of his own self wants and needs. It doesn't come from a place of love and genuine wanting to give to the feminine. It comes from a place of want and need for himself, is what I see. So we have the energy of the feminine coming out of grief and creating union, and working through her cycles. We have union and twin flame both on the feminine side. She's done her work and is doing her work. She will be getting a divine connection. But we have on the masculine side just pride and ego. Offering a fresh start. Is it somewhere else with someone else? Stuck. Here we go. Karmic partner and soulmate. 3 people there. So That, I feel, is the feminine who is a soulmate, because we have the fire energy behind that, same as the twin flame. He's down on one knee, wants that. Maybe he does want that with his twin flame. But then we have this, which is behind the moon, which is... The moon comes out at night, which is dark, and it lights what cannot be seen in the dark. Karmic partner, which is a third party. Destruction. Do you know what I'm getting? Yeah, heartbreak, separation. I'm getting that there was a third party, clearly, and there was someone else involved, or what, however that looks. Oh, finally, sorry, did you see that just fall? There's been an eyelash digging in my eye for so long. Yes. Oh, that's better. Yeah, there was a third party involved here. Whether that's one set person, or it might have been lots, and there might have been a cheat, but the scream of the traitor is basically, he didn't have the balls. He didn't have the balls to fully basically be loyal to his divine feminine. He's just scared. He didn't have the balls. He wouldn't do the work. He wouldn't work for himself. He wouldn't face himself. So he kept himself stuck at this point of like wanting a fresh start, wanting an offer, but not doing anything, not taking action, keeping quiet and being mute and not coming forward and expressing himself because his pride and ego won't let him. But there's something about, yeah, so he's in the dark, but the feminine's in the light. The feminine's reinventing herself and learning from the lessons. The masculine is just walking still in the dark, but he will be made to recognise. Look, is that, I really see that as a, I don't know what that is, but I see that almost as a parent and child's hand. And then there's a pause, and that's what is the issue here. The pause that he stayed in, he kept there in his hand. Look, in the palm of his hand, he kept people there. So he might have just kept two people there, divine feminine and the karmic partner, even though really he wants the divine feminine, but he wasn't communicating, he wasn't taking action, not doing the work, so he kept the karmic partner involved. But there's something to do with being a traitor, like, so I don't know if this karmic partner is someone that's like, it's a big deal towards the feminine, and by doing this, it's like the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal. By keeping the feminine here and someone else there, whoever this person is. Someone that he knows he shouldn't be talking to, shouldn't be around. He knows that and he knew it, but he chose to continue. I mean, the karma that this masculine is going to get. I mean, with how raging this feminine is upstairs, like, I mean, if this masculine thinks he's going through karma already, trust me, he ain't even seen half of it. Literally, barely scraped the surface for what he's got coming. So this must be so bad. Cut the deck at fear, devotion, compromise. So this masculine was too fearful to compromise and be devoted and dedicated to his feminine. But rather than being honest about that and just choosing to be honest and do his thing, what he chose was to betray. But I don't get betray once. I get betray a number of times and be disloyal and just be a pure traitor about something towards the feminine. I also get that people, like, remember I said how powerful this feminine is. So that will show in the 3D, and there will probably be lots of people that compete with this feminine. So whether this masculine knows that or not, I'm sure he probably does. He might have noticed that like other feminine energies tend to like copy her, or kind of gun for her for no reason, like talk bad about her for no reason. But he joined the clan, it seems, and that is also because I get like even this karmic partner like talking bad about the feminine, and the feminine's higher self is literally there in his ear, whilst he kind of lets this karmic partner say such awful things about the feminine. And like I can see the feminine's higher self in his ear, just like, you're a fucking snake. And I can see like her tongue turns to a snake, and she's like, and it's like hissing in his ear, and she's like gonna make him pay so bad. And what she's saying is, he didn't stop. He should have stopped. He carried on. That's a big factor. He carried on and carried on and carried on, or he went back again and carried on. Like, he hasn't had her back, she says. I'm now talking to this literally specific feminine higher self. He wouldn't help me, she says. So I can see her at her most broken state. She was obviously very broken by this masculine at one point. She feels so powerful now, but I can see her like crumbled on the floor, and he wouldn't help her when she was breaking in front of his eyes because of her. He didn't help her. He didn't care to help her, and he actively went to guilt against her, is what she's showing me. Then she's crying and saying he chose her, which is someone else, clearly. Then I think something happened, he like returned, and then she's like, he lied. So then there was like some lies going on. I'm literally just explaining to you the story, like how the timeline she's showing me. She's like, he lied and he lied and he lied and he lied. She's like whipping her hair out with stress. Oh, and then she's got him by the throat up against the wall. But all of a sudden she's way more powerful now. She's got a gun in her hand. She's got it to his head, literally at his third eye. He's nervous. He won't look at her though. He's sweating. He's nervous. She's staring at him straight, like in his eyes, but he's panicking. He can't even look at her. Like, I don't know where this is in the timeline or what, but she's got it right up against like his third eye. Obviously, this hasn't played out in the 3D. It's just like how she's showing me the energy. She's like, what is she saying? She's whispering in his ear again, you're a fucking snake. And he's like, he can't even look at her. He's like panicking, but she's got him by the throat and the gun, and he's like, he just won't even look her in the eyes. And then she's like, what's the matter? Didn't think I'd do it? And he's still panicking, sweating, won't look at her. He's just like looking down everywhere else but her. So she lets him go, and he drops to the floor, and he's got his head in his hands, right? And then he looks up, but he almost looks up with it's like a grin. Because I think he feels smug, like, yeah, I knew she wouldn't do it. But he was never the one in charge. It was never that she wouldn't do it. And she just shoots him in the fucking head. Bang. Just shoots him. And turns around and walks off, and it's like, how dumb is this masculine? It's so triggering to watch, because she's showing me the energy. I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest. So she turns around and walks off, but there's a bit of paper. It says deeds, like deeds. I think it says like deeds to the home or something. She just folds it up and puts it in her back pocket. So I don't know what the fuck. I think she just gets everything anyway. Like this is a higher, like a higher, powerful divine feminine. Like she's gonna make shit happen with or without this masculine. Like it's not about the masculine. Yeah, he's taught her some strong lessons and she's really grown, and he broke her. Like I saw that, but I don't know. It's like she always had, you know, the map and the deeds and whatever, but she was trying to share it with him and help him, and she really got hurt and broken in the process, basically. But I've been rabbiting on for 35 minutes, so I'm gonna I'm gonna finish that one there. You know, guys, like I said, if you're interested in a private reading, just chuck me an email at bekibtarot@gmail.com. The info is in the drop down box, and yeah, in the meantime, I send you so much love and light. Bye.